record. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say. Oh. Right, so I was not expecting to be streaming today, I'll be very honest. We have been having some work done around the house, and I have not been able to record or do anything because of the loud noises. But, today it's done. I thought it would still be going on today. So, we're going to be doing a little streaming. Yay! Specifically, we're going to have a nice chill time because everything was nice. It was all hectic for the previous week, so we're going to have a nice relaxing time. And we're going to work on a little project that I've been toying with for the past couple weeks. This is my free time. I have been playing, I air quotes that, some vanilla Minecraft in creative mode. As you may have seen that title there, it's a pseudo adventure map thing that I'm kind of playing around with. Big old history lesson for some people that probably won't give a shit. I, back in the day, made a Minecraft adventure map. Unfortunately, due to the original Hal. No, was it original Hal or was it Susan? I think it was Susan, my laptop. So originally, this is years ago, years. Originally on Susan, which is hyphenated for Super Smart Android, which yes, that is not hyphen for Susan, but I always said, well, if Calvin and Hobbes can get away with gross as their club name, get rid of slimy girls, I can do Susan. SU for super, SA for smart, no. Yes, SU for Susan, S for smart, and AN for Android. It's been a while. It's been years. But I, in my free time, because that's the kind of person I was, and I just had a lot of it, I made an adventure map. It was 80 to 85% complete. This is an old version of Minecraft also. This was like, I want to say in the 1.3 to 1.5. The newest thing that existed in that was probably, it's been so long I can't remember. But the reason why you probably have you've definitely never seen it, is because when Susan, I didn't use Susan as much when I got Hal. I of course did, I pulled some stuff out of her, I put it onto Hal, just to save it all. Then, as the years went by, I just never touched it. And then Hal, of course, if you know that, died. Motherboard kaput. So, while I do technically, I think, have a saved hard drive backup of the original Hal, I don't know how to get into that. So technically this adventure map may still exist, but it's a hell of a lot of problems to get to it. So it never got the light of day. is what I'm saying. And recently, as of last month or so, I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I can get it. Again, lots of problems. I thought, well, I kind of want to do that again. If I could, like, get the original world and update it to current Minecraft. Which, obviously, can't do. So, I thought to myself, okay, well, maybe I can just kind of fiddle with another thing. So, I started this. Kind of in the same vein, spiritual successor, but definitely not the same. It's already much, much grander in scale and scope. This currently is just the starting town. I've currently made... There's no mods in this, by the way. I've done this all by hand. There's currently... I've got cleared out all of this and kind of leveled the ground to what I want it. Because obviously it was forest originally. I got a starting wall. There used to be cliffs here. There used to be a small mountain. So I leveled that. Got the wall all around the side here. I've been working on the castle. Or that's more of a keep, actually. Less of a castle. I'm thinking about pulling that window back and out to, like, back here. Which is going to be a hell of a problem for many reasons. But that's not what we're working on today. I'm kind of working on the roof system, and it's kind of going well. Kind of not. I'm a little stuck with a couple things. We're not gonna worry about that today. No, this system right here, this whole problem is not today's issue. Because I thought, you know what? I just want to chill out. I'm gonna relax. No real big worries. That's a big worry, so we're not gonna even go to it. We're gonna just make some houses. Today, we're just going to relax. We're going to make houses. We're going to maybe decorate some shops. We're going to start filling out the town area here. That's what we're going to do. This is the well, by the way. I haven't decided on what I'm going to put on as the, like, covering for it. But there's absolutely secrets down the well that have been set up, or at least to be set up. I have no idea if I'm ever going to finish this, mind you. There is so much. I've definitely bit off more than I can chew when it comes to scope and scale. But just to have like a little podcast thing in the background, or just to play something while I'm listening to podcasts or things in the background, has been really nice, because I kind of burnt out on the other things that I was using. So for now, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make some houses. Because now I have the general color scheme, at least of this little area. We've got the main things. This is a ship dry dock. I haven't actually built the ship in the dry dock, which I'm going to be doing. This is all still very bare bones. The castle interior, at least what's there, is completely undecorated and unlit. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, or what exactly that's going to be. And then this here is where, you know, cranes and things bring supplies. This is a giant crane, which I'm not totally 100% on still, at least the top half. Yeah, but I haven't exactly finished. There's a lot of, like, half or almost done projects in certain places. Like, the lighthouse keeper house is not furnished at all. The lighthouse is set up, which I'm actually really happy with that. And the lighting, the redstoning in there is kind of set up. I need to work on and figure out how command blocks work. But for now, that's not going to be an issue. The issue today is just houses. And that's what we're going to do. So, we're going to take our stone brick here. I am going to, if we go back over to our lighthouse, over here, this is going to be the general look of most of the houses. So it's going to have a small brick foundation. It's going to have oak log posts. It's going to have oak log planks and an oak log floor. And then for the roofing, we're having spruce and cobblestone as a little bit of accent. And then, of course, we want stone oak stairs for a little embossing, because having a flat house is just not really conducive. Along with some glass panes to make everything kind of not, terrible. I want to grab door, spruce door. We are going to be putting spruce doors because those are my favorite. Does that... you never really know what's a mod and what isn't. And the fact that these don't open at the same time means that whenever these do open at the same time, it's a mod. Which is really weird to me. Also, interior. You can't see much in here. But there's an interior. Alright. So that is going to be the gist of what we do today. I already have kind of an idea of how things are going to go. We're just going to put down a little bed here, because it's easier to sleep the night away, I think. Just to set that. We also have a splash potion of night vision. And then a problem solver. For the problem that just went by. Is that underground? I don't know if that was a problem that's been... There we go. Is the problem down here? No. I don't want animals under the ground here. It would get confusing. So I've been busy. This was not flat before, and there were trees, and there were a lot of things. But yeah, once I get more houses, we're gonna problem solve all the living creatures here. But right here is this is my go-to for the moment right now. Okay. Well, this is where all the people get their water. This is like the communal area. Then we're gonna have houses. Basically, we're just gonna have like an almost ring of houses around here. Some nice houses, because they get to live next to the well. And then as we move over in that direction, we'll have more housings and whatnot. Same thing with this road here. That road, and somewhat of the road that's leading over in this direction, is going to be shops and things you can do trading with, and villagers you can trade with. And over here is where we're going to put some warehouses for the docks. Because it's not much, but it's enough. And then, yeah, some fishing houses over here. The barracks, and where the army is going, or at least the defense of the town. The castle has their own barracks for their own stuff. But for now, it's time to duel and make ourselves some housing. I'm thinking I put this like that, I can then make a little... Ooh, right, I need fencing, because we have our general theming here. So this is going to be like a little thing here. Do I want the house to go in this direction? Well, it's definitely going to be like that. The only question is, where's the front door going? That's the question. I'm thinking it's going to be over here. So that's where the door is going to go. These aren't going to be very large houses. We got to pack a good number of people into them. So if I go like this, and that, and then we can just kind of put the flooring down. I'm probably going to have this be 2-story, now that I think about it. Like, the houses here are going to be 2 stories. And then, as we move out, they're going to be 1 story. Because you want a little bit of height in the center, and then it kind of tapers out. That's where the most height comes from. I'm thinking about pulling that forward, that window, which is going to really fuck up some shit. But, okay. So now, okay, these need 1 more. At least. There we go. Door like so. Where do I want a window? I think here. Yes? Yes, but it's going to be a planter box window, so it's going to have to go like that. And that's going to be a wall as well. We'll have a mini staircase going up, because this is where that's gonna be. Because there's not gonna be many windows. This is just a residential house of poor people. I did start streaming, right? Yes, I'm just... Okay. That would have been fun if I didn't realize I had not streamed yet. I do want you. Do I? Oop, careful. There's nothing under this house. There's no structural support. So that's that. Which means... we're going to have that like that? No, we're going to have that up more. This will be another tone setter for what the houses are going to kind of be looking like. So if I can then make this house just right, we'll figure out the rest. Yeah, I'm not keen on that. And that means that can go away. Don't want that. The edging didn't look right. So if I then put stair, 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 so it's going to have to be on that side. Stair, stairs. Boom. Stair like so. We're not gonna have... This will be where the roof goes. So... nope. Yes, there? No, it's gonna be like this. Up. Little pointed roofs. We like pointed roofs here, even though they're a pain in the ass to put together. Like that? No, because it's gonna have to be one out. There. There. We'll see what that goes to later. But for now, like that. So therefore, it would be like that. Nope. Like this. Boom. And then at least like that. I mean, this side of the house is going to be a little weird, but we may just have houses touching. I don't know yet. Or do I want this to extend? Because this isn't that much space. That's really not much space. Well, I know that that's at least going to be the ceiling. Doop, boop, boop. Worry about lighting later. There we go. Window. We'll worry about other windows after. So I want like this. Maybe I do want at least this to be up like this. Maybe not across. Oops, it's getting dark. Well, we'll get that after. How much space is available here? Not terribly much space, but it's usable. Oh wait, what am I doing with these? Those aren't going to be the rest of the roofing. This is just the outline. Go to sleep, so that I don't need to get addicted to potions. Yeah, because this goes like that then. And there and there. There and there. So it'd be like this. What would it look like if it was just the wall here? Not great. Maybe I do have this two-story and then just kind of nix the roof of this lower bit. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. So that means, yeah, this whole thing has to be back to what I had it before. Yep, boop, boop. And then that's going to have like this. Meaning that's going to be like that. You're probably going to make a window there. Do I want a little bit of breakage here of color? Yeah, I do. Because having everything one tone definitely will not look good. small window here. Alright, so that now means window there. Boop, boop. Which means this kind of goes like this. We want it sticking out. There we go. We at least know that the peak roof is going to be at least a peak, and it's going to connect, which is good. Deux, trois, quatre, there. Do I want this wraparound? Yeah, it's going to have to be wraparound. It is very windy today. There we go. Yeah, which means this is not going to be a window. Yeah, that's a better upstairs. This we want... Ooh, that's actually a question. Do we want that to be a flower box? Or do we want the... You know what? Yes. We're going to make that a flower box window as well. Well, it's a flower box window. Well, you'll see in a minute. That's... Ooh, that's going to be a bit more of a tricky spot there. There and there. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll worry about that part of the roof in a minute. Gonna take care of the easy part first. Now the hard part of the roofing. There we go. Hold that there. Do that there. I think, yeah, that's going to have to go there and like, nope, like that. Because then, let me just boop that. That doesn't go in there. Let me just move a couple bits and pieces around here. We need cobblestone. Where is it? There we go. Cobblestone and spruce. Planks. Done. So I have it in this world. With the world settings the way I have it. Monsters will not spawn currently. And I'm only going to have them spawn via spawners and egg things. Actually, here's a fairly good... Well, you know what? We'll check that in a sec. Alright. Walking past. Da-da-da. It's a nice house. A little flat on some of the walls, but with the amount of stuff that's going to be around, I think that'll be okay. Because the back alley, like the backs of these houses aren't really going to be showing too much. It's just going to be front facade here. We can have a little chair. Little windowsills. There we go. Speaking of windowsills. Bop, bop. Bop. That's window part number 1. We then get spruce trapdoors. There we go. Now, do I want the bottom filled? Actually, here's a question. Did I fill the bottom part for that over there? Yes, but only because we can see under it. But it still should be filled in. There and boop, there. Oops. There we go. And then we can put little flowers in there. Beautiful. All right, so with that, we walk in. We'll have a stove, a little kitchen area over here, a little table over here, and beds up here. Nothing too fancy. Maybe a cauldron somewhere for washing. But that is the general layout of most of these houses. Looks good, looks good. Alright, because this is fancier, I'm gonna go. Because the nicer buildings here, they're made of different bricks and different roofing things. So we're gonna take the andesite. Ooh, do I want that to be andesite? Nah. I'm gonna try putting this as andesite. Stairs. Nah, that doesn't look right. Nope, that's not gonna work. Nope. We're gonna keep it with the cobble. Keep it with the theme of the houses around. Plus, andesite looks like not texturally, color-wise, palette-wise, quite similar. To the bricks there. I think I actually am going to put, just so it looks like it has a little bit of a topper. There we go. Doesn't look flat. Unless I want to put stairs. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. Oop, grab you. There we go. A little bit of texture. Lovely. Don't worry about what's down there. There's actually not much down there. There's a hole, and there's not really much else. Haven't really figured out that quest. Alright, one house. Check. Let's go house number 2. Shall we? Before that... Can't sleep yet. Boop. No. Come on. Almost. Almost. There we go. Granted, we could work through the night with, Ooh. Do I want to kind of just pull that all the way through? You know what? I kind of do. Now that I look at it, really. You go there, you go there, you go there. That's not how that should go. That should go like this, like that, since I'm here. Bop, bop. There we go. Like that. This, there, like that, and like so. Yes? There we go. So that way then you go there and you go like that. We'll worry about interiors after. But I like that roof line a lot better. We could put a window here, too. Yes. Ooh, I can actually make a higher... no, let's not make the higher window just yet. Oops. There. There. And there. Alright, that at least breaks up the back of the house a little bit. Granted, just not much going to be there, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Okay. So let's put another house right here. Like I said before, these are the fancier, slightly fancier houses. So I don't know how that's going to play out in the long run. Oh yeah, that doesn't have a thing there. There. And there. Grab you. Not there. And then that. Do you want to pull it this way? Ooh, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop that there. There we go. Yes. We'll see. But for now, I want this house to go into this way. Yes, yes. Pull it in that direction. Boop, boop, boop. And like so. Technically, these should be up a little higher. Like that. Yes. 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 Okay. That'll work. I don't know where a window will go on this house. Go somewhere. Then let's see, stairs. Going to here, or do we want to pull that back one? No, I don't think we need to pull that back one. So we'll then do that. Up. And this will probably be a window then. With a planter? Nah, this side doesn't need planters. Doesn't need peanuts. And that's just another wall there. Put a window there. Possibly here, I don't know yet. Well, maybe here, because we can put a little singlet path. Hard to tell. But I definitely know That was I was afraid of here with the roof. And can I make this a 3rd-story house? I could make this a 3-story house. That would kind of fix the problem. Kinda, sorta. What would it look like? Big house. Because otherwise... Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it a 3-story house. Which means these stairs need to be moved back 1. Boop, boop, boop. There we go on that. Which means you go bop, bop, bop. There. Lovely. Those don't go there then. And this keeps going up. It is so windy out. Oh my god, I don't know if you can hear that blustery day we're having. But it is quite the ruckus. Not as much as the week has been, though. I'm very happy that the hammering and the... not construction work, but like... the general... loud noise is gone. It's not as bad as it was. Okay. So at this point, now we put you like this. There we go. I want to get the roof line at least a little bit on. Just so we can see where you go. Pull it off like that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Because then we'll have it like this. And like this. There we go. And you. Not like that. We want you. Like that. Let's go find the bed. Where'd you go? Hello there, sweetie. Nap time. God, that is a... it's a thick house. Pop. And then like you. Lovely. So all of... that's now taken care of. That needs to be that. Then we can put it back like that. Making then our stair line roofing actually going in pretty easily there. Nice, nice. And I think, Yeah, that stays open just a minute there. You don't, though. Bop, boop. Okay. How do we do this window-wise? I definitely like the dual windows here. This window is going to be a planter. Does this window need to be a planter? That at least goes like that. You know what? Yes. Come on. There we are. Here we are. Beautiful. And then I want this one. That's not going to be a planter. That window's not going to be one. Not going to be a window there. It really depends on what the surrounding buildings are going to look like here. And there and there. You go like that, and like that. Yeah, that looks nice. This little corner right here, because then we're going to have a little house here with another planter, and like that looks nice. It's everything else around the back that's going to be a question mark. Here. Because all the houses, they're not going to be, like, exactly next to the road. That's not a thing. Like, these are just the nice houses that have that. In fact, let's pull off this, and that. This person isn't going to have a deck like that. They're just going to have a little patch of land like so. That's what I think is going to happen here. Yes? Yeah. And then that'll grow back in with grass and stuff. Right! So that means then we need a new spot. I think then here. Looks good. Boop, grab this. The nice 3 here. This guy will have... This house will have a little patio as well. How will they get in? Will it be this side or this side? I think this side here. Yeah. The directionality of where that goes afterwards, I have no clue. Probably more like that house there where it goes... How much is that? It's a 3. Boop, boop, boop. You know what? Let's make that 4. Because that's going to stick a 3. Oops, nope, not quite. There we go. that'll definitely be a window here. Potentially. Potentially. That's just alleyway. Ooh, I'm wondering if there should be an alleyway system. That'll only really happen after most of the houses are built here. So, I don't know. Ooh, but I do have an idea about this window. And then boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. There we are. There we go. So, where do I want? Where do I want my stairs to go? Do I want them here? Actually, yes. Here, there, wherever you want. Yeah, I like that. It's gonna be weird for... Oh yeah, I completely... You know what? That is something I need to think of. Ta-da! Here. That. And that. Because we completely forgot it. That. Yeah, let's... how does that look? Oh, that looks fine to me. Do I want to put that... like, yeah, no, that's fine. There. And like that. No wall here. We'll worry about the decorations later. Want these houses to be unique, after all. Unique New York. Unless I want to put the pillar right there. Actually, yeah, I kind of like that. A little centralized pillar going right through the house. Keeping up the third floor. I like that. I like that. We'll keep it. We'll leave it. Because then when we go into here, it just goes across. And I don't want to take away from... well... depends on when we're decorating. You know what? I'm going to leave this door open and this door open to indicate that I have not decorated these houses. So, okay. Back up to Hugh. Like so. Oh, no, not you. Like so. Okay, and then I want a window with a planter box right there. Because look at that. Look at that. Little planter there. It's cute looking. Meow. Sleepy, sleepy. So then... I want another window here. I think I do. Which means the bottom window might not exist. There we go. I'm gonna place you right there for now. Do I want a window here? No. No planter, though. There and there. We're gonna put... Ooh, this one's gonna be this one's gonna be tricky. Ooh, that's gonna look really tricky. Oh, maybe there shouldn't be a window there. Oh no, but then there will be something here. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. As long as the general idea of this comes through. Like the little planter box community that these three houses have. That's not where that goes. Here. And there. There we go. You go like that, and you go like that. That means underneath we go bop and bop. Beautiful. Like so. Which means then... Where do you go? Why do I keep doing that? Habits. And oops, that and that. There and there. Like so. If I'm making you motion sick, by the way, very sorry. I apologize. I am very fast when it comes to this kind of stuff. Or at least I tend to be a little fast. Alright, those at least don't go like that. There we go on you. Then we go like... How do I want this? Like this. Here, here, here. Which means that goes like that. Like so. Because this one, yeah, basically just cuts right through, right? So I would want that to just go like this. And then this. Like that. Oops, careful. Place them in the proper places. There we go, like so. Beautiful. Yes, the roofs are touching the houses, but that's... Don't really care. This is going to be a little tight in some places. There we go. Little planter boxes. As you do. Boop. Alright, little area here. Little area here. We'll worry about roofing and all that kind of stuff in the second phase of decorating. Well, that's nice looking. Alright, so now we've got this spot here. Okay, I'm leaning towards this obviously being a one-story house. Okay, so if the roof... I don't want this to be here. So the roof line has to be one over that to at least here. Which means the house has to be at least started there. Like that. Which means... pull it back, because I don't want it to be just on the corner there. Like so. Do I want that to have a step like you? No. No, I don't. In fact, at this moment, it's starting to not look good to me. Yeah, it looks off. Oops. Don't worry about... Don't pay no mind to the stuff underneath the floor. If I do it like this... No. If I just have it like this... Like, step like that... Let me close the door here and then put a fence. No, because then that and that will be where the fencing is. So if I have that and like that, maybe I do have to put it like this. Like that? Alright. I think that's fine. Yeah, I'll work. It's fine. I'm okay with that. Also, little touches that I like to do, because it annoys me otherwise. I like to have the little sliver that you can see from the pathway not to be nice and coherent. Oops. Make it look like it's flush. It's the tiny details. The minuscule details that nobody cares about but me. Absolutely nobody. Alright, so if that's the case, then this is going to have to be boop, boop, 4, and that. Like that. Because then you go like that. At least to there. Grabbing you. To there. Okay. So I think... Do I want to curve just a little? Maybe a little. This is only a one-story house, too, so I think having it just also just be a little wider. There we go. That should be okay. Now I can get a second wall in there. Boop. There we go. Lovely. This and like that, because I don't want seams. As we've just stated before, I don't like seams. Here and here. This. Oops, nope. We'll go like you. Don't think this house is going to have windows. Unless I put a second part of the house here and leave this kind of like what we were trying to do with this first house. Yeah, because then we'd put it like that. It's this here. Oh. What if? This is going to only... Oh, no. Is this going to be a one-story house? Yes, it is going to be a one-story house. However... one story is going to be nice. Oh no, I did just design it to be a two-story right there. Ooh. Okay, let me think here. Because if I go like... That doesn't go there. But that's where the... that. There and there. This is actually quite a nice house. I'm realizing this is a nice house. Okay, so I want that I want there to be at least... like so. This doesn't have a thing there. You actually don't need to exist. There we go. Ooh, this is quite flat. That is very flat. I don't like it. No. That is too flat. So what I then want to do is, let me get rid of this roof here. I think for that, so if we are only going to go one story, we don't need this extra here. Maybe for a different house we'll make this. We do need a house across the street, you know? After all. Do. Like that. I think that'll go here then, if I'm not mistaken. That doesn't go there, but this goes like that and that, like this. No, what are you doing? There we go. Here, like so. Beautiful. Love it. Like you. And let me grab, nope, I still need to grab, might as well while I'm here, do that. Grab a flat bit there, put it right there. And boom, we have a one-story house. Ooh. We have our one-story house. How the windows are gonna pan out, I don't know. Maybe like here? I don't want a windowsill on this one. I mean, to be fair, I could make it double wide because it's the only window in the house. Yeah, I think that would make this fair. It's the only light coming inside the house. Ooh. At that point, though, also... that. Didn't realize that you weren't there. And put that right there. Yeah, it frames the window a lot better. Makes it look nicer. Open the door. Yeah, I don't mind that. When I do the roofing section, kind of the reverse roofing section, decorating bits. Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll look fine. I can even put a little beam here, maybe. Or lower. Who knows? Oh, no, that stays open. Okay. So, little house. Look, see, we got the big house, smaller house, that, and then I think we'll keep about the same size on that. Now we need across the street. We need an across the street house. Before that, bed. There we go. There's only one click that time. I want to get this little circle of houses done, and then I'll decorate. And then we'll see what we do. But first, I gotta finish this. Yes, let's finish this section. Let's go with... this. I'm gonna check my palette. Yeah, because there's no window planter here. We'll want window planter on this side. It's going to be moving over in that direction. Do I want it in this direction? Or do I want it to be more in that direction? Oh, maybe. You know what? What if we put the house like so? That's before we do. Let me check. Did I seam up the edges? Yes. A 4 there. And then that. There we go. Yeah, that looks okay. Lovely. So then let's get ourselves... Actually, we don't need that there. Like that. Because then when we put the walls there and there, I can just remove that. And we have a little bit of extra patio space. Oh, look at you. Look at... Well, okay, that needs to be like so. Have a little extra patio space. Do you want the door there? Nah, where the door is, it's fine. How am I going to do the roof for this spot? Why is it always roofs that fuck me up the most? With that place, with all the housing and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you and you go like that. Because you at least are going to extend. to here. And I then will do this. Because I like... Oh, no, not there. That doesn't go there anymore. It's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. There's not really much I can do about that, actually. I mean, I could do a command, but I don't want to. For the moment, that's how that's gonna go. Stairs-wise, do I want it to be like that? Or do I want it to be here? Or do I want it to be over here? No, let's put the stairs here. Yeah. That. Like so. That's gonna be a little weird, but we'll figure it out. Those aren't going to exist. In fact, let's fill that wall, that roof bit in right now. There. There. And there. So that way. This is all taken care of. That doesn't need to exist. Here. Oops. Yep. Beautiful. Window here depends on the roof angle. We'll see how the rest of the roof looks. I think here is where the window may go, but I'm not 100% on that actually. Get that. You're not there. Nope, you are over here. Yoink. Okay, and we want that spruce to be going all the way through out. Not all that way, all this way through out. At least to there. Okay with that. I like it. Roofing now. Come on. There we go. All. Well, almost all good, but that should be that. We want a little window there. Grab a door. Put you there. That can go there. That doesn't need to be there, but it does need to go here. There we go. Just kind of looking around, seeing if there are any window placements. I guess here would be a good way to put a window, but very cramped. Also, I have that in the wrong direction. Excuse me. Go like that. Yeah, we'll fiddle with the interior once we get there. There we go. Okay, so as we move and meander and walk, that's not the right color. Pay no mind to the nothing behind the curtain. There we go on you. Oop. Back over to this. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that would make a good window spot. Alright, so do a little mosey here. Take a little walk. Go around the well. Houses look nice. Yeah, houses look nice. Let's then make something here. What do we want here? Here, here, here. Do we want this to be another second floor house? Yes. So, I think then I'm going to need a gap. So if this is where the roof line, I don't want the roof line here. So we want the roof line here, which means the house then has to go here. Let me mark that so I don't forget. Scratch my nose. So, you. Do I want it right up against the wall? No, I don't. I don't. So then I want, yeah, kind of the same as that. However, since we're not going to make this a 2-story. Do we want to make this a 2-story? Ooh, wait a minute. Yes, we did want to make it a 2-story. Alright, well, we're not going to do it fancy, a weird roof like that kind of 2-story, so... yeah, that'll work. Just putting up the walls now. Do we want another window here? I think so. We'll see how that looks. Actually, do I want a window there? Yes. No, we do want a window here because the flooring, roofing thing here. Yes, yes. The roof will be here. No, the floor will be here. Therefore, this, this, and this will be like that. Just the right size to fit that. And yeah, we will put a... Ooh, do we want a planter? Yes, this has enough room for a planter. So we'll put that window there. This won't have a window. I don't know where another window will go. They're right here. What a lovely view. So then, oh god, my nose is itchy. So then, that here. Have a couple barrels there for storage. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Yep, perfect. Beautiful. Roof line. Like so. Not like that. Come on. We've been doing this for how long now? That's how the roofs are done. There we go. Bop to you. Meow. Alright, because it's going to be out like that. So we want the T here. Fucking making gables on gables. Anne of Green would be so jealous. A gable is a roof thing. It's a stylized roof thing. Just to let you know. That's why the joke is kind of worked, kind of didn't. obviously mostly didn't. There we go. There you go. There, and always with the weird curve. Actually, looking at it right there, I don't... I don't know if that's where that should have gone, but I'm okay with keeping it like this. And there we go. Make it a weird cross roof. Yeah, actually I do. I do want to make it a weird cross roof. Make it a bop, 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 like so, and then work our way down here. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. And it looks, it's a little funky. Because, yeah, it would be like that instead. But I can't get that curve exactly. Which, I mean, for where it is, very little will notice it, especially when there's going to be another house right here kind of blocking in both directions. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I can live with that. Whee! Meow. Okay, so planter. There. Did I want a planter there? Yeah, I wanted a planter there. Not there, but I did want one here. And then possibly one on the second floor as well. Pardon me. Yoink. And there we go on that. And there. And the second planter, do we have second planters? We do have second planters on the other windows here, so that's not inherently a broken thing there. Okay. Let's see how this looks. We have shops. We'll be going into the residential area. We go in like this. We got flowers. We got grass. We got some houses like so. You're not decorated yet, so stay open. This all around. Let me go from the other side here. We get flowers. More houses will obviously be down the path. We'll be making little extra paths to go like to some other housing. So the path here will branch off. This is just the main area. Yeah, no, I like how this is coming along. It's still, okay. It still looks very one note when it comes to the wood texture, but that's why the flower boxes are there, and then the changes of the stairs to make the windows look like they do. Once we get... Ooh, stretch. Stretch the shoulders. And the spine. Ooh, that feels good. Once we get a little bit more color, I think we'll be okay. Okay. Clean off all of this. So now we have wiped the palette clean from our inventory. Now, well, first off, forgot to do the most important bit. There we go. Seamless. So now we do the decorating. So let's go back to house number 1. First of all, we need lanterns, because torches are going to be not quite there. We want furnace. And then all the other kind of function-y blocks are going to be more along the lines of the shops. So we're not going to worry about too many of these yet. Suspicious. Oh, right. That's the archaeology stuff. You got paintings. What is that? Tinted glass? Why is that under functional? We got bookshelves. Barrels. We'll want barrels. We'll definitely want candles. Somebody's head. Infested blocks. No. No anchors or shulkers. We will want signs, but not yet. Some flower pots? Yeah, let's grab a flower pot. Ooh, decorative pots. No, these are the poor people. They're not going to have decorative pots. Flower pots, yes. We're not going to put any crafting benches. Natural blocks. Well, we can worry about the lights later. So, okay. Like that. What are we going to have? Because scaffolding can be made into tables. Same as half blocks and stairs. There's chairs, which actually we do. I'll double check. Oh, no, we use the birch. I'm using birch as chairs. Theming of other places. Same thing with that. Oh, maybe because they're poor, we want slabs instead? I'll take the trapdoor for now, because all the fancier places have different woods. The castle has a different wood scheme. Slightly different. Alright. How do I make this look good? Because, yes, that looks like a table, but doesn't fit the kitchen. So instead, is there like a stone we could use? Oh, slab. Smooth stone. We got slabs. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me swamp those. I like that. Okay, we can work with that. Let's not worry about candles yet. These will go outside of the housing. Okay, not. Oh my god, that's a mod? In some of the other, in modded Minecraft, you can put this here, and it kind of extends it. You can't put these on walls? Oh, that's a good mod. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to put them, because I know I can put them at least on the ceiling. Can I do... Oops. That. Yeah, but... maybe like here instead? One up like that. Yeah, we'll worry about that after. Yeah, that can be there. We want you, for here. Because then we can do slab like that. God, table and chairs are hard. It's even harder, it's going to be roofing. But I like doing this. Yeah. Make it kind of, again, not flat. But we also have a problem here of I don't, because this is obviously planned to be, but maybe not, going to be an adventure map. I want players to spawn and not sleep in beds they're not supposed to. So, I'm going to be putting old school beds, like old school Minecraft beds, just as decoration rather than sleeping, and only where they're supposed to sleep will they actually be able to use a bed, if that makes sense. Which then, nightstand, like so. Utility, a little bit of candle mood lighting for the bedroom. Ah, ambiance. And these are poor people, so I don't know if they're going to have paintings. But will they have barrels? Because you always want to have loot barrels in places. Technically, they could be the nightstands. Oh, not there. And there. Man, Maybe only the one? I think only the one, and I liked it here. Yeah. The one nightstand can go there. And I think outside I'm definitely going to put lanterns, but inside I think we're definitely going to keep with candles. I think that's a definite on the inside of the not so well-off housing. So that way... that way. Because we only have one type of chest. Ooh, trap chest. No, we only have one type of chest in vanilla Minecraft. So using those sparingly for, like, actual loot will be the key here. So... I think that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to put that, and then that's going to be like so, and then we'll just put 3s. And then that's where we'll use... that's how we'll use that, because they're not as fancy, but they still have little seats and a backing of them. Yes. Yes. That's how that's going to be. So during the day, everything's going to be nice and lit, and everything will look nice. But at night and inside places, it's going to be a little bit gloomier. Because not every place in this... not everywhere in this town is rich. We're going to have nice lights in the castle, but... because monsters don't spawn, we can be a little sparing with some of the lighting for ambiance. So yeah. So then that means I can put... If I put this here, little place to eat. In fact, I don't even think I need these stairs. I can just do that. Everything should be fine. Yeah, that looks fine. There we go. Yeah, we'll worry about the outside lighting later. Okay. Alright, there's the nook here for that. So then we'll want these slabs. Kitchen slabs along with barrels for storage. Do we want that here? No, I like it here. Like so. Oh, beautiful. That is stunning lovely. Oh yeah, there's a third floor in this house. So that means... does one person live here? Who lives here? someone lives here, which I do want to... do that. Do I want... what do I want here? Do I want a table? It doesn't look like a table, so we'll just put 2 candles here. And then down here, because that's a nice tight area, we're not going to do anything. But I do want something here. What can go here? Nothing? Nothing's always an option. Yeah, nothing is always an option. Let me skim through some things, get my creative... Ooh, I can do a cabinet. Cabinets work. Kind of non-functioning. So we gotta do it like this and this. Do it that wrong. There we go. There we go. Just a little drawer space, I guess. A little dresser drawer space, which means that and that. Maybe swapped out like so. You can always... Don't do it with the flame. Yeah, look at that. This person has a dresser drawer. There. Go through here. Do I want a window here? Yes. I do. That house is now decorated. Onward. Let's go then. Well, let's start with first floor. Like that. Beautiful. Then we want to go back to the birch slab and door there. Slab, slab, slab. Trapdoor. Trapdoor. Oven. Nice smooth slabs there. So you and you with the barrels. Get some ambiance lighting. Put another barrel right there under the stairs, because why not? You can figure something out here. Then Same thing here, too. What do I put over here? Huh. Oh, I know. This will be a family house. Because there'll be another bed here. Yes? Yes. You only get 2 candles, though. So there'll be a 3-person house here. Which means I can and should... Now it looks a little weird. Yeah, we'll make that 4 candles to light this area up a little bit nicer, but... You have to kind of pull it back a little from the wall. I'm okay with this. I can live with that. We can live with that. Alright. Done. Now. Trying to figure out what I want to swap it with. There we go. Okay, so here is where things might get a little weird. There we go on that. Two beds. Candles. No door. Mind you, no door. Yeah, because now I can just swap it to that. Beautiful. You can put you there. You and you can go here and there. You can put this and that. And I want you and... Nope, nope. Barrel like that, barrel like that. Lovely. It's gonna be a very poorly configured kitchen. Actually, you know what? Because of that. We'll swap it to over here. That way the whoever's cooking isn't going to be bumped into every second of the day when they're cooking. There we go. Alright. So now we've got 3 places decorated. And of course, I'll do a once over again. In fact, I'll do a once over right now just to like come in. We got the house, that. Ooh, do I want carpet? That would add a different pop of color. That actually is greatly needed. Nah, these people aren't fancy enough for carpets. I'm okay with it being simple. I do like there being a barrel right there. Just a little hidden little cubby barrel for somebody to be like, I found this! in here. We've got the dining room, kitchen setup. Yeah, I'm okay. I think I can live with this. That. We got the upstairs. Now there's multiple of that. And then we walk over here. I'm leaning towards something else right now. No, I'm not. Here. Bed there. It's a small but serviceable house. All right. Moving on to house number 5. There we go on that. Whoops. I can get the barrel back. It's fine. Do 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 do. There we go. And then, oh, yep, nope. Barrel functioning. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where did you go? You're next to chests, right? Yeah, barrel. Why are you next to... Why are chests all the way down there? It's a little surprising. Ugh, I don't like that. Alright, well... we're gonna do that. This is a one-person house anyway. Where is my pane of glass? On pane of glass. Beautiful. Like that. Very dark little corner here. Ooh. Should I... No, that wouldn't work. I'm thinking, should I, like, make this bigger, but I can't without really fucking up the structure of the house. There we go. There on there, and then this is just gonna be a one-person house. Another barrel under the stairs. Boop, couple barrels under the stairs. Oh god, what was that noise? Couple barrels onto the stairs. This person likes his candles. There we go. Oh, and that looks nice coming from inside the house there. That's cute. So, okay. Here. Do we want this to be another one-person house? This one can fit more than one person, I think. Well, that's going to be a problem. Well, it doesn't have to be a problem. Let's see how that looks. I'm okay with it. Realizing it's very dark in this room now. I can see. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this is going to be another one-person house. Bed there. There we go. Like so. Do I want that to be bigger? Probably not. Let's go with... Is that what... Do I want this to be here? No. That's where that'll be. And then I can put this there with the slabs on either side. Oops. You there. And no, not there. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm okay with that. And then this can be a little under the stairs thing. Couple under the stairs things. There we go. Nice. Ooh, unless I want it on the table here. Maybe both. Alright. That looks nice. Okay. Ooh, just a little bit of soft lighting coming from some of these windows is very nice. Granted, it's not going to stay that way. Alright. Stay that way, because I do want to put in... Oh, that's right. Flower pots. And lanterns here. Alright, so I want that. I want that. But I do also want... Wasn't there... Oh, there was one more thing. Was there one more thing? I don't think there was one more thing. I need to put flower pots down. A little bit of pops of color inside the houses. You never know. So let's go with... Oh, there are some different kinds of flowers that I am not familiar with. Ooh, pitcher plant. Cute. I've never actually seen a pitcher plant in Minecraft before. Nor do I know what they function as. Let's see. Lilies of the Valley. I like cornflowers, and I like blue orchids. Don't think we're going to go with any eye blossoms or torch flowers, though. And then maybe some pink tulips. Pink tulips looks nice. Orange tulips as well. No, it's some red tulips. All right. Let's go back through. I actually want to see. And they're pretty. We're not putting them in the village, that's for sure. Put a little white there. Let's do a little bit of blue. Yeah. It's fine with me. Blue looks nice. Not everyone, of course, is going to have the same flowers. Let's go with a corn. Yeah. Corn. That's you. Put you here. I think that the white flower will look really cute there. Yeah? Yeah. No, let's make it the blue one. Yeah, that'll look better through the window. Yeah, a little bit better through the window. Alright, That will put you there. Unless, can I? Nah, yeah, you're fine. I'm okay with that. And then last but not least, this house. Put some flowers here. That one we can have the cornflower. So then, I want the tulips on the windowsills. Put it right there, and like there. Like so. Okay, that is nice. I'm liking this. I'm liking that a hell of a lot. Yeah, see, little tiny pops of color. The little pops of color really help. I'm gonna also grab this, because I actually think having having a little planter out here would look cute. Yeah, we'll worry about that after. Nope, not you. You! Little red one. Oh, and then inside, I didn't even think about what it would look like from the inside there. So if I go do like that. Yeah, you got little flowers out the windows, a little bit of flowers in here. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, now we need street lights. How the fuck am I gonna pull this off? So the go-to thought is, obviously, that. That is a perfectly viable street lamp. But I don't know 100% on that. Let me grab the spruce here and then this, because I'm trying to think. What if I go one more higher? No, that only works really for banisters, kind of like here. If I put it kind of like that. That wouldn't work, though, for me. Putting that like that's not going to do much. I think, yeah, the safest and simplest is that. Unless I want... Come here. Different color. No, not at least not that. And I don't want it to be oak slabs, because that's not gonna... Oh, maybe pale? Not bamboo. Stone? Not stone. Although stone fencing... no, the texture would look off. Not nether fence either. We're not putting that kind of stuff. And too bad there's not like a copper fence. Copper fence would look really nice. Oh, I do know that the copper bulbs are weird. Oh yeah, they don't turn on and off like copper bulbs are weird. It definitely stands out, but I don't know if I want them to stand out like that. If I go this, and one more up, I can have them, you know, hanging over things like that. And I can have them hanging over the street without people really bumping their heads. So if I do that, let's try. Oops, nope. That, and here. Let me walk in. Da 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 da. Maybe dark oak. You know what? I'm okay with the dark oak. But the question is, do I do it like the 2? Or do I do it with the 4? Because then we walk around the corner, la-di-da-di-da. Walk around the corner, la-di-da-di-da. Walk around the corner, la-di-da-di-da. I like that. But I don't think we'll have them hanging over the street. I think we will just have them hanging back a bit. Like so. Yeah, and that one doesn't need 2. That one would, but this one does not either. 2, 3, 4 and a bit. Ta-da! Alright, so, because that one makes sense, because that's like that. So, walking down the street, la-di-da-di-da. Lampposts, 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 flowers in the housing. I am liking this look. I am liking this look a lot. We're not going to do anything mossy. We want bushes? No. Grass. We want a little bit of grass. Grass is looking good. I like it. I'm liking it. Just that little bit of breakup. That I'm gonna leave. No, because no one cuts the lawn in here. No one's gonna fuck with that. That's gonna be... Ooh, no! That'll be tall grass! Do we have tall grass? We have tall grass. No one cuts the lawn inside this little area. Who does that? No one does. So it's going to be a little bit of a tall grass area. That's cute. Yeah. And then we'll fuck around with the alleyways later. Yeah. There we go. And then I'm not gonna touch over here quite yet. Oh my god, I love it. It's looking fabulous. Oh. That is nice. That is real nice. And then the whole street here is going to have housing. So now, okay, now that I've got the center nice area, this is kind of the gathering hub because, of course, people are going to come here and get their water. Maybe I should get something to... No, we don't have anything to get water with. There's no, like, winches or something. So I can't exactly do that. So, yeah. So now, what we're going to do is going to probably have a couple side paths leading to other, like, little areas. Some cul-de-sacs. Maybe some loops, depending on where the housings that I want to have go. Maybe there can be a park. I don't know. But I like... This is nice. This I actually really, really like. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna be very excited to see when the sun goes down even more, so I can see kind of the ambiance. Because only having these three little street lights at night, it's gonna look great. Yeah, because then we're gonna have a house in between, like right here. I think the next steps are just to place a few houses willy-nilly, kind of build from there, and then kind of connect the paths after to... Yeah, connect the paths after I've kind of placed down a few extra housings. There's the sun. Oh, and look at that. See? Oh, it's almost like I did this by design. I did do this by design. Look, that's going to be... Minecraft... How does... I forget how the sun rises and sets. Is it east to west or west to east, or is it north to south and south to west? It's a specific way, and that's going to be the blank gate, the east gate, and that'll be the north or south gate. And then from that, I can, do the outer world. Because yes, this is very much going to have a larger scale. You know what? We'll do a little dry run of the scale of the world that I've made and how fucked I am. Because I'm only one person. But okay. We going. Oh, yes. Just enough lighting to make the path is lit, but not enough to be like, oh my god, there's too many lights. Still have the alleyways be nice and creepy dark. Yes. Maybe some secrets behind the housing. Who knows? Little base camp for people. Alright. Inventory's all clean to what I want. And sleep. Alright, so I think that's what we're gonna... I think I feel good about that. This is a good stepping point for what I want. How I want to continue on with the housing. Yeah, I definitely like that. I need to make a tavern. Tavern or player housing specific, because because, like I said originally, I don't want them sleeping in... There's going to be dungeons, and I'm going to have little campsites in front of the dungeons, or at least set up near the dungeons, so that they can so people can respawn. And because this, okay, so here's my thinking process and how I've made this map. So this is originally just a random generated seed of a world. All right, this little area that I spawned in, because I think the spawn is like right over somewhere around here, I think. This is going to be the starting town / where you grew up, because this is tutorial town. This is going to be like, hey, do this, do that. Here's a couple quests. You can't leave the outside world until you have a sword and some armor and that kind of stuff, or you're on your first quest and whatnot. So you're kind of stuck in this little town for a small amount of time before you can actually go out and explore, right? But because this is a randomly generated seed, there's a lot of bits and pieces that I don't really know how to put together, and like I don't have the tools to make my own world. So there are going to be little points of interests, not marked like this. This was just here. I saw it and I'm like, oh yeah, no, we're going to utilize that. Possibly the first quest is a water dungeon, which I don't know about that. But in general, once you've done like a little tutorial, kind of familiarize yourself with the town, you're going to be able to leave. And because you're going to be able to leave, you can then wander like a normal vanilla world. And I'm going to have in certain places like obvious landmarks and whatnots. Paths, the road will lead to a place. In fact, over here, this was either going to be the logging or mining camp, because there was a big hole in the ground, and I'm like, do I want to utilize the big hole, or do I want to make it into a farm and all that kind of stuff? I'm thinking, like, this entire area I'm going to strip away, because it's relatively flat compared to the other side. So I think this area is going to be farmland, and over here is, like, a bridge. This I'm going to have to build a bridge. But rules stated in the beginning of this map is, hey, this is a vanilla world, this was a random seed, please stay within the confines of the map, because if we, yeah, I know, if we go over past this little birch forest here, we go past, there it is, okay. If we go past, you will see this orange pillar. This is a marking pillar. This is one of the boundary walls that I need to make in order to make sure that the players don't just wander off out of the area of the actual completed map. Which means I'm also going to have a rule about, like, the ocean. Like, there's no deep sea stuff. Please do not go into the ocean unless, you know, told to. So there's going to be a big old, like, wall corner here, and it goes up to be like, no, this is the world end wall. Because then we've got another one over there, and another one over there. So I'm going to be making huge walls just to be like, yeah, this is all explorable until you hit the wall. You can't go past the wall or into the deep ocean. And I think I have a pretty decent stretch of area with a few different biomes that I can work with. We got here, for example, a relatively large dark forest area. Like a really nicely sized dark forest. So I'm definitely going to be making, like, I'm thinking... I'm definitely making a maze. But I don't know if it's going to be this forest. Because there's 2 dark forests in this landscape. I don't know if it's going to be here. Or it's going to be the other forest. Because I have an idea for that other forest that could possibly be really, really fun. Theming-wise, it's really, really cool. Maybe instead we can do, like, spider-infested stuff. Ooh. And it looks like here, I actually haven't really explored much of it, but, like, this is promising. The naturally... I like to use natural generation to tell the story more, or at least use the natural generation and then kind of craft the story around that. So this right here, this marker is reminding me that this is going to be a fishing hut where a little fisher NPC will be. Maybe he'll tell you some story, tell you a story, or give you some stuff. Who knows? Then we got rivers you can boat down. Because this is a fairly large map. It will get a little confusing at some points. I definitely know. Once I build the wall, the big wall, then I'll be able to tell whether or not certain places are gonna be easier or harder to realize that they're not actually part of the map. Because right here, still part of the map. Still part of the map. Still part of the map. Maybe we'll make... Oh, you know what? Mark that. Put a little watchtower. Because obviously you have to have some watchtowers in certain places, and that way the people playing the game, they're not going to have flying. I'm not going to have them have flying because they're going to go right over those walls. Have little watchtowers to be like, hey, go to this watchtower and maybe you'll see something. Or you'll see a point of interest that's not part of the quest. Oh yeah, here. There's an ashen, or a pale, or whatever it's called, little area in between 2 valleys. In between, like, a little valley. That's where the dungeon's gonna be, and that's where, like, this is where I'm thinking the maze can be, which has the special enemies that follow you, like the Weeping Angel tree people. Like, so I'm thinking, like, oh, you do a maze, but with Weeping Angels following you around. I'm thinking that. It's gonna be weird. See, like, right here. Right here, clearly... we're back into large ocean. And that's just spawned naturally. I don't know what I want to do with that. But, like, up that direction, it's going to be the border wall. Or the bordering wall. If we just kind of double team it. We'll find... there it is. We'll find the orange barrier here. But it's like, no, this is giant ocean. It's like, please don't venture into the giant ocean. This is where monsters are. Even though that area over there would have been so cool to play around with. But no, there's a snowy peak around somewhere. I think in that direction. That's much more inducive to having the ice and snow. Rather than being it right there. I'm going to have to clean up some stuff. But yeah, the map's pretty big. The map is fairly large. And I'm going to just, for quickness sake, / game mode survival. Respawn. There we go. / game mode creative. Back again. Hello. So now we're back here. Yay. But yeah, there's still so much to do. But now I have at least a little glimpse at what I kind of want to make the rest of this town look like, paint it the way I want it to. And then other towns will have different palettes. Because right now, this is very just plain oak. This is mostly oak. Some spruce and some other things, but mostly oak. Other towns will have different schemes, because there are places other than this. Yeah, I'm thinking over here, I'm going to put some warehouses. There's going to be a jumping puzzle. No, not jumping puzzle. Yeah, no, maybe a jumping puzzle / like find your way through the warehouse kind of deal for a side quest, because I'm definitely doing side quests. If I can figure out, here's the thing, if I can figure out how command blocks work, then I'm definitely doing some really cool stuff. If I can't, then things are going to take a very different turn for the map. I think there is a sheep. Found you. Thought you could hide underground from me. There we go. Whoop. Gonna make sure there aren't any big problems around. Like sheep under the ground, where there's clearly patched over valleys. We're not gonna worry about that, though. We're not gonna worry about that. What we're gonna worry about right now, though, is lighting. I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh, wait, no. I've just... There we go. There we go. Wipe that. Alright. Now that I've got that, let's finish up today's stream with a little bit of lighting. So if I put you... There we go. Here and here. There. Because we don't want too much redstone shenanigans. We want the area to be lit, but not completely. Or at least not in... weird ways. If I do that and that. Go back up to here. Put you here. Oh, there. And there. Do that. Yeah, I can work with... Oh, yeah, no, that's fine with me. That works there. Let's do the main path. You go there. Well, that's not done. It's always good to do a little once through. Once through. This is very much not a finished area. See? Very much non-decorated. There's going to be a big chandelier dropping down here, and this is going to be like the royal waiting room. Because you can see the floors. The floor here isn't exactly the same color. That's because if you follow this specific path, you'll make your way to the throne room. Oop, that's not right. Some places here aren't going to be that great. I think, yeah, throne room. I think I'm going to have to put some of these lights in the floor instead of... So maybe instead we'll use sea lanterns? Maybe frog lights. Those are pretty good looking. I do like them. I think I'm gonna go with you. So instead... Ooh, what if... I just had a thought. And it's a pretty good one. And it's a pretty damn good one. What if, instead of ceiling lights, we do floor light shenanigans? Oh, I like the look of that. Oh, I like the look of that. And they're bright enough so that having the little half block isn't gonna really fuck with it. Hello? No, that's barracks. So having, yeah, we can do... Because I'll be real honest with you, there's some real weird gaps in the floors and walls in this castle. You do not... There is so much OSHA code violation. There is so much bad. So we do like this and like that. I love it. I absolutely fucking adore this idea. A door, a wall, a ceiling. I love it. Do I have to be careful about how these are placed, though? That could be like that. Because I like the pattern. I like the slight pattern here. Everything is uniformed, nicely built. We're just doing the main bit here. This. Because it doesn't rely on how the ceiling is. It relies on how the floor is. And the floor is extremely uniform, trust me. I've been working on it for a long time. Beautiful. And then, ta-da! King's Chamber! Or at least the throne room / dining hall and whatnot. Though, I am very tempted to push this wall way back. Or way forward, more specifically. Because this roofing shenanigans that I've been getting into with the castle is getting on my nerves. Because, like, if we look right here, don't worry about this. If we push it back, it'll then have the line here and there. That way we can have the, castle come up like that. Fuck. I think that's how I should do it. not going to do that now, though, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I like the lighting idea that I just put in. I think that's how I'm going to light the entire rest of this. I thought I was going to use redstone, frog lamps, just little stair half stuff. That's gonna be where it's at. That's perfect. All right. And with that, what is that? Almost 3 hours worth of just meandering, house building, fuckery. I'm happy. I'm happy on how some of this turned out. All right. I have a start. Well, more of a starting point. My real starting point was the wall, and being like, "What's the color scheme of this place?" And then the cast, and then the keep. Actually, this came first because I wanted this to be like. There was a very specific land structure bit that was there, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if I can put something here like a dry dock." Turns out you can. And then. Yeah, once I did that and the lighthouse, I'm like, all right, there's the scale of which I'm doing. Then we have this kind of mountain area here, because there was a hill. So I'm like, all right, throne room sits on top of the hill, which is now going to be moving over to be more flush with that wall right there. Which hopefully will look good. And then now that like, the main area and the wall, that's all good, we wanted, oh no, it was this thing, and then the walls were built, so I knew how big the town was going to be. Then the keep, or at least the footprint, and then once all that was done, we have the roads, the main road leading through both places, because that's through the door and the door, or the gate and the gate, and then leading around main bit of town, shops, warehousing, shipbuilding, lighthouse keeper, all that good stuff. This is coming together really nice, and yet it's only scratching the surface of what I'm trying to do. Oh god. Oh god. Also, you know what? Whee! Just because I can. I don't think anyone's watching right now, but... Nope. There we go. Cave. This was absolutely a cave, and I just closed it in. This is where they get their water. I'm hoping, if I can pull it off, I'm hoping that there's like a mini quest you do, where a child has dropped their favorite toy, into the well, and you... jump down and get it for them. But how will you get out? Ooh. I'm thinking a little bit of swimming. But that's for spectator mode to figure out on how, and then where you end up. Where I end up in. That's another big question of where that cave system will lead you. Because then the side quests will give you some money. With the money, you'll be able to buy yourself some gear. Because there'll be like a couple side quests. This is one of them. Because there will be like a little bit of money spending. Once you kill enemies, they'll drop obviously their parts. And in the shops, you can sell those things for money. You can buy food and potions. I've got ideas. I have ideas, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull them off.